And I began to feel as if, I was somehow every little feeling that I had, or every little feeling in the God of small things, had been exchanged for a silver coin. And as though I was, slowly turning into a little silver statue with a silver heart. The people who have benefited from this development are people like me, people who not just have colonized the natural resources, but colonized everything, including the media, including the debate, including the argument, everything. Big dams are the sort of alternate religion, if you like, and any argument against them is blocked with a kind of irrational passion. A situation that had been created where crops were, half of them were flooded, the other half were drying for lack of rain. And this is such an artificial situation. It was really chilling to see that. For 15 years, this struggle has taken place in the most mature, peaceful manner. But you're closing off the exits. What kind of situation are you going to create there? Everyone's going to believe this because it sounds so rational. 4 days of Narmada in spate can give enough water for Gujarat for 10 years, and now it's just flowing waste to the sea. It's a very seductive, simple, logical thing to say on the face of it. But, to think that that's the function of a river, to send water waste to the sea, is so absurd. It's like saying, look at this forest, it has enough furniture to furnish the houses in the whole of India, or why not we kill all the fish in the sea, we'll have enough fish to feed the whole population for 10 years. It's such a simplistic, brutalizing understanding of what ecology is about. As long as its benefits are only potential, they can be anything, They can say it can save India from nuclear war, it can provide drinking water to every village in Gujarat. It's a potential vote bank. And of course, when it comes to votes, there's nothing like the emotive power of thirst. There's nothing like that. You're not talking about, you can't say, I want this dam because I want to have 15 more sugar factories. Of course not. Though you're quietly giving your licenses for the sugar factories. There are no figures today in any official, capacity or any official records of how many people have, say, been displaced by big dams, and a land where we have statistics for everything. There are no figures. The only option for people to benefit from their rivers or from their lands is if there is decentralization. You cannot have these mammoth, Soviet-style Stalinist projects, because by nature they will be appropriated by the rich and the powerful. Even if you were to assume that everything that they said about the dam was to come true, it's still an obsolete project. It's still, it's like in the 1950s you had these huge computers which occupied a whole room, and now you have, a laptop. I want to know what would happen if today the government said that everybody who has more than 20 lakh rupees in the bank, we're going to freeze your bank accounts and we're going to redistribute your money for the greater common good. What would everybody say? What would the newspapers say? Would they say that it's okay, for a few people the nation will benefit? Or would they say there's a destruction of initiative, this is undemocratic, this is the way you break up people? Because it's not like what's happening in Kashmir, where people are being shot and killed and the brutality is just obvious. It's a different kind of brutality. It's like someone's just, sandpapering the bottom of your feet and just slowly wearing you down. The families that are involved in the decision making, whether it's the engineers or the planners or the politicians or the bureaucrats, will have absolutely no social links with the families that are being displaced. I mean, that's the interesting thing about India, that on the one hand you think there's this great nation of chaos and everybody's everywhere, but actually the divisions are so clean. It's exhilarating to see a living fight, which is full of beauty, because it's not just what they're fighting for, but the way in which it's being fought. That is an example to the world. After getting involved with the rally, it leads you to a really deep personal fissure. You don't know really where to, how honest are you personally in what you do. You have to keep asking yourself that.